All right, I'm back, y'all. And I need to get my simmer pot going here. Give me a second. I want to first start off this discussion by talking about how I feel that a person that feels the need to inject themselves. Sorry, y'all. Hold on a minute. A person that feels the need especially with me, a person like me, never having an intention to harm others. It's just not in my nature like that. And like I was saying on the last live, I do things very easily. Things always come to me very easily. It's never been any struggle. My life has never and will never be the life where everything has to be pulling teeth. Okay, of course, when my spirits put me on the path, I noticed that around the time that, which president was that? And it just so happened that, these presidential dates are not necessarily connected, but it's kind of like, spirit will do certain things. So when I was getting out of like the workplace and stuff like that, when spirit was laying down the groundwork to um, gear me towards starting my spiritual practice, um, I did start going through things on the job because spirit was doing that. Believe it or not, that was spirit doing that. Okay. Um, and I'm just going to say this straight up and down is that eventually on this channel, hopefully I'll be able to take this video down along with others. There may be some videos but that I'll leave up, but honestly, this history with AKT, this very confused, evil, diabolical person at the same time, um, because I'd like to wipe it from my history. My spirits want to wipe it from my history because none of this was ever and should have ever been a part of my life. No, I do not believe that Alexis is some kind of elder, nor anybody else on here. The elders in my life, I can tell you straight up and down, is Lena, Louisa, Eloise Briscoe. Those were the elders in my life. Carolyn Briscoe, that which is my mother, their sister, my grandmother's sister, Forstine. Um, those are the elders and the guiders in my life. I would have never needed to come. They are the ones that initiated me. Okay. Without even saying a word about it, straight up and down. I didn't need to come to social media and deal with that to even learn my practice or to learn anything. In fact, I've had to expose myself to certain things, and my spirits was like, honestly, one thing I never had to do was get in the bathtub and put a cap full of ammonia in the tub. I would never do that. I think that that's toxic. Even though people do that, you can do that. I don't do that. I have, however, put like a little half of a little pinch of sulfur in my bath to clear out extreme toxic and negativity. I think that these people thought that I was supposed to be like their sponge to absorb all of their crud. And I got to tell you that I'm very resentful because of it. I've never wanted any association, any connection with any of these people. And my spirits will tell them that too. My spirits will let them know, hey, you need to leave this woman alone. You have no connection with her. And see, people that did not have a good foundation in life will come to social media, latch on to other people. I don't do things like that. Okay. To me, it should have never been. The fact that these people want to come on here and pretend that they are some kind of mother to somebody, or she's never has she been it's nothing wrong with coming here and having a mentor. She's never been my mentor ever. None of them have ever been my mentor. None of them. So we're actually quite resentful because of that, because and I've never taken anything from them. In fact, whatever advices that they offer, I'm going to do the opposite. Fuck that. I don't listen to nothing that these people say. That's just like when it comes to my love life. Okay? Now, I went out on a limb for that flying monkey that I shouldn't have done because he wasn't no damn good. But my man, my real man in my real life, I will always hold him down, all the way down to where, and I just wouldn't take love advice from them. I just wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because with them, everything is negative, especially for a black woman. It's and Okay, y'all, my phone needs to be charged. Hold on. Okay, I think I'm back. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so I'm just not, Yeah, no. You know, and you know what? People need to realize that when people come to social media, you know, they're not looking for a home. I had a home. I wasn't looking for a foundation. I already had one. Okay? That's a fact. I wasn't lost. You know? I wasn't lost. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I know, Stevan. I know. So I think that that's what that lady thought. I think that she assumed, and when you know when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. I don't quite understand why this lady couldn't just get on with herself, or anybody can't just get on with their self and do their thing without trying to diss and degrade others. I can promise you that she's the one that started the whole shits. This, you know, opened up this and created all of this negativity between the two of us and created all this negativity. And I'm going to be the one to fucking finish it. I don't give a fuck what she says. I'm too much of a genuine person. Like, when you think about the fact that, like, just remembering, like, my life before running into these people, it wasn't even necessarily social media. It was specifically that shit being stalked literally for 10 years, still being stalked. I'm sorry. By her people. So she's a liar. And I'm going to tell her straight up and down. I don't give a damn what she says. The only thing that's going to make it better is for you to get the hell on somewhere and leave me the hell alone. I don't know why she wants to go back and forth. She wants it to be a back and forth. This is what's been going on for years. And I'm like, lady, you're not a part of my fucking reality. And for her to make it seem like, oh, well, I'm a superstar, and you're the one, you're stalking me. Like, are you fucking kidding me? And literally carrying on like this for 10 years, for over 10 years with this bullshit. And then lying on me and then getting people fucked up. Let's say, for example, that those lies that they told, you come out and you tell a lie on a person, and somebody gets overzealous and they say, hey, I want to attack this person because I heard this, this, and that about this person. But you heard wrong. It was a lie. You didn't use your discernment. And you attacked me like I was a bad person. What you think gonna happen to that person? So when it boils down to it, when it boils down to it, she, you know, when people do the things that she did, that can lead innocent people who mean well, but they may just be emotionally blinded to some shit, and they'll attack an innocent person, which is what happened. And then what's going to happen with them? So she's setting you up for failure. So that's what I don't like about her. And then trying to get all these people, you know, with this spiritual knowledge to attack an innocent fucking person, creating death and destruction where there doesn't need to be. Because I can tell you straight up and down, if you want to believe anything that they have said about me, and you be like, oh, Jamila deserved to die, I'm gonna throw some death magic at her shit. You better fucking think twice. And it ain't my fault. She needs to take responsibility for what the fuck she did, and she will always Anybody that came on here and said any lie about me, that created any hatred towards me, you are going to have to face your fucking music. You cannot avoid it. Yelling at me, talking shit about me, lying on me is not going to help it. Because you shouldn't have never attacked me. I didn't deserve that. Exactly. Exactly. And she being in denial is not going to help it. Because my spirits want justice, and it's not just my spirits, it's God. So, and she's not God. None of them are. That's why I ain't never worried about it. I have never worried about it because, I knew that God was going to take care of me because everything that they said about me was a lie. It was awful, horrific, having to deal with pure, unadulterated hate based upon a lie. A bunch of emotional people that probably was abused as children, and then it was really sick because I'm very protective of children, and to go through that was just totally unfair and fucked up. And all I gotta say is that whoever did that, you lucky to be alive, and you need to come clean about that shit. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So, at the end of the damn day, the truth is gonna prevail. All your lies are dead. That's a fact. And I don't know if they thought that witchcraft was going to allow them to get away with that. And if they was just going to kill me and I was going to die, some shit like that. But you know what? You better believe that I don't really, people have difference. People have their own little things that they think, because I've seen ignorant people say that, oh, I didn't know witches believed in God. How the fuck is a witch? Really? God created witches. What are you talking about? So it was almost like they were trying to kill us, and they just wanted us to be out there and fucked up while they carry on with this bullshit. Testing, testing. Hold on. Uh, all of them need to come clean about their schemes and scams. All of them need to come clean about the shit. Okay. They need to come clean about that. They need to quit lying. And definitely quit attacking my children because I'll fuck her up over my children. She'll get fucked up. Anybody will get fucked up over my children. Okay. We don't do that shit in my family. You know, we've had people in our family that have had alcoholic problems, drug problems, but ain't nobody in my fucking family ever been to prison or had no crazy shit like that happen to them. So, you know, for me as a mother, it's not a fucking option. You try to come for my children and you fuck around and find out. My children are not options for me. They're also not bulletproof vests. Like even with my eldest son, I stand in front of my children because they didn't ask to be born. And they didn't need to deal with this shit. They shouldn't have to suffer because of the fucking poor decision that I made to talk to this fucking crazy ass lady. Which most people that get personally involved with her regret it. Yeah. Well, you know what, Stefan? A lot of people, when they look at people and they mother, they always think about their own mother. So she got it twisted and fucked up. To me, what it sounds like, unless she's lying, which I don't give a fuck to even look it into it. But if what she says is true about her mother, apparently her mother don't give a fuck about her own children. And see that it ain't like that over here. Because even though me and my mama was into it, that was my motherfucking best friend. That was my ride or die. My mama, I found out how much my mother was protecting me the day that she died when I found out she was gone because it felt different when she was gone. I felt it. So I know damn well. And from what it sounds like, Alexis's mother don't give a damn about her, but everybody mama ain't like that. And I ain't like that as a mother. You fuck with my kid and the choice is either pain or death, god damn it. Pain or death. Or anybody else's children. I'm very overprotective over other people's children. I don't like it when people fuck with children like that. It's something about that. You know what I'm saying? So and she definitely has harassed and fucked with my children. And I don't give a fuck about no social media. Fuck social media. Bitch, I will have your fucking throat. I don't give a fuck about no social media. That's just like when I shared that video that she made like 8, 9 years ago, roasting a child talking inappropriately about my son. It was like nobody wanted to thumbs it up or whatever. I don't give a fuck if you support me. I don't give a fuck if you don't support me. What I give a shit about is my children. Fuck social media. I'll put that shit to the side, even though it's my bread and butter. I'm gonna make my bread and butter. My spirit's gonna make it happen. When it comes to my clients, they're gonna make it happen. So I don't know what. Yeah, yeah. So, and she didn't come from that kind of environment, Stefan. And it's a lot of people that didn't come from that environment. You know what I'm saying? I have clients that came from an environment where their mother didn't love them. But I can tell you straight up and down right now that I don't feel that Alexis is the appropriate guide to even deal with that, because she's not dealing with it well, is she? Out in social media, trying to repeat those cycles for innocent children and shit and fucking with people's kids. No. She filled with bad karma and fucked upness. So she's not the appropriate person to guide you on that. If anything, she's just gonna make your situation worse. So I don't even know why she even tried to take on the role of being some kind of spiritual caregiver or whatever. I don't even see how, and I never forget the day that we had went to go visit my mom. I went to go take care of my mom after she had her mastectomy. My mother had one of her breasts removed. Okay. And at the time, I was talking to Alexis, right? So I had called her, and she was like asking me questions like, "Hey, where are you?" I was like, "I'm at my mom's house." Her demeanor changed. Well, don't you think it's time for you to go home? Don't the kids have to go to school or something? I'm like, my mother just had a mastectomy. So, you don't fuck with people's family like that. She literally tried to turn me and my mom against each other. And whenever somebody's situation or their plight is that bad to where you're trying to constantly repeat the cycle and then exacerbate people's problems, you got a problem. So I think she's one of them types of people that will create the problem and make it worse between you and your mother, and that's not going to be good for you. It's not, because everybody's mother is not her mother. So she has a problem with that. She's very biased. If she can't turn everybody that she talks to into a victim of their mother, and that's what she tries to do. That's a fact. Which is why spirit be paying attention to her, and that's why, like, a lot of her spiritual gifts, her light, that's people like her, their light needs to be dimmed, and she needs to be binded, because she'll do shit like that, and that's not fair. That's not fair to people's families. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's very dangerous. So if she's wondering why, when she get on the phone with these people, and she be like, "Well, you know what, your mama is doing this, your mama is doing that," and they don't take to it, that's why, bitch. That's why. Because you're not gonna sit up here and make everybody's situation with their mama worse. Yeah, there are a lot of people that, yeah, they do need to break cycles that their mother created, but that doesn't mean that they have to hurt their mother. That doesn't mean that the bridges have to be burned. That doesn't mean that their mama has to be hurt. You know what I'm saying? There's a way of settling those differences. You know what I'm saying? That's just like she likes to try to blame her mama for her not having a man in her life, but in reality, the reason why she don't have no man in her life, can't keep no fucking man in her life, is because she want to act like Miss Know It All. She don't really know how to get along with a man. Okay, she don't know how to get along with a man. She don't know how to be fucking quiet. That's just like a lot of the issues that I have with my man. I ain't gotta always discuss that with him. Shit, you take care of it as a woman. You do what you know you gotta do. Whatever he wants to open up with you about at that time, he can. You do what you gotta do as a woman, and I don't argue with him. And then I just try to, send him as much love as possible. Period. What else can you do? Yeah. So that's what I do. You can see the problems, the habits, the trauma. You love that person enough to figure it out, help them as much as possible. She want to fight and argue, and she want to be a man. That's, sometimes I think she is a man. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is, and then trying to, the one thing that I can't stand about her and that group is them trying to create a whole other person other than who I was. And yeah, there were men, like as far as like with my baby daddy. I was 20 something years old when I met him. I was not as wise as I am now. So obviously my experiences with men is going to change because I've evolved and grew as a woman. I'm not going to have the same confusion that I had 20 years ago. So, yeah, they do. And everybody has the right to live in their own reality, but don't try to bring me into that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever reality that these people live inside, Jamila don't have nothing to do with it. And this is the second time in the past 3 months that I've had one of them show up in my dreams. Again, another one of them showed up in my dreams last night. And I've got work over here that will literally clear my energy, clear my loved ones, clear my energy within seconds. So, and I'm about to do some astral dream protection work. Um, you know what I'm saying? So that can't none of them come in because your dreamscape it's a different realm separate from the astral. So one of them showed up in my dreams again last night, and that is not a coincidence. I know it's because that's one of the ways that they try to get in. So, with people like them, you have to protect everything, every doorway, and they will try to desperately come into your dreamscape to gain access to you. And I've had at least four of them, actually, five of them total that's associated with their group try to do that. So, yes, I will be protecting that as well. And I know it sounds like some, out of this world Freddy Krueger shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm even protecting the dreamscape of my unborn grandbaby. I'm not even going to discuss his gender. Oh, shit, I just did. It's a boy. It's a boy. I'm about to have a grand boy baby. So, but he'll be protected. Okay. Surprisingly, it wasn't her. I already took care of that because I remember her trying to do it. And spirit, spirit immediately took care of her with doing that. They need to leave people the fuck alone. They do. Yeah. Yes. Yes. So, I feel comfortable with discussing that now at this point in life. I feel very comfortable with discussing this, but Previously I didn't, because I didn't have a grasp on it, because they'll sit there for hours and days. Like one of them, she hasn't been online in a while, but one of them, after me and her fell out and she revealed who she was to me, um, I had this weird dream about some weird people. I was like, who in the hell are y'all? It was weird and damn goofy. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, not often, because I'm so protected and I don't even see how. But it's probably because I haven't specifically protected that, and I've got to do that. I'm actually going to do that tonight, so they can't even get in there. I want these people out. I don't want nothing to do with them. Nothing. So everybody that I love, everybody that I know, because they will try to come in, and they'll, because your dreams are connected with the subconscious, and when dealing with people like that, in a normal world, with I don't, I've never seen anything like it before in my life, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, it is bizarre as hell. It is bizarre the way that these people function and operate. It's very bizarre. Like, mm-mm, very strange. So, that's pretty much, nope, they don't. Not even witches do this. Like, we witches, we have a life. We have a life, and contrary to what people believe, we don't have a lot of problems. That's just like, for example, if it's a religious man, ain't most witches are married to religious men. Most of us are men or religious, and that that all the relationship problems and all that don't happen. That does not happen. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then especially with that whole racism thing, that has no place when it comes to spirituality. In fact, I don't even see people's race. I see their soul. I don't. Now, when it comes to like romantic things, it's a few white men that, I've been attracted to, okay? And I can say, but as far as like with my husband, he's black, as far as like with that, that darkness, So, but otherwise I don't judge people. And I don't judge romantic partners either. I don't, you know what I'm saying? But uh I just know, based upon meditations that I've done and based upon experiences that I've had, it just is what it is. Okay. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. And we've been trying to heal from it, because it really, really affected my family, and I wasn't necessarily prepared for it. And it's a constant. It really is, especially with that black sector constantly. you know uh I don't want nothing to do with none of that. None of that. Yeah, no. You know what I mean? Well, I call him my husband. We don't live together yet. We don't live together yet. We just met in what, August? We just met. We will be soon, though. Very soon. Okay. That's the one thing is that I don't have to, it's not a rush like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in a hurry for that, but I do want to live with him. I would talk more about him and give more details about him, but I don't want to do that because there's too many people obsessed with me. The less information they have, the better. And it pisses me off that I can't talk about him. It pisses me off that I can't give any of his information, zodiac sign. Somebody had asked me, "What's his zodiac sign?" And I'm like, not saying. The less that folk know, because for some reason they have gotten used to invading on everything and so obsessed with me that they try to use everything against me. Any bit of part of information that they have, anything. And no, it's not okay. He's not here right now anyway. So, and I'm not going to discuss where he's at or what we're doing either. And he's not here right now. And, it just, the less that I discuss about him, the better. They don't need to know nothing about him. Okay? They don't. They don't. They don't need to know shit about him. Okay? What they need to do is move on with their fucking life and get the hell on somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not normal for people to be that fucking obsessive. And then they'll say, "Oh, I have a life. I love my life and I'm living a good life." Well, then if you're living a good life, what the fuck are you worried about me for? Why are you so worried about Jamila all the time to where, and we all know why. We all know why. So, but anywho, that's pretty much all I wanted to say, y'all, about that is that she's full of shit. She keeps doing all of this stuff. I mean, you can even tell whenever, like, and her agents need to cease and fucking desist because, they're not going to win this battle with me. They're not. I'm just telling them straight the fuck up and down. They're not going to win this battle with me. Okay? Give a shit what you think. I don't give a shit about, and don't let your views in social media get you fucked up thinking that you the all fucking powerful. That would be just like me getting 50,000 subscribers and I'm God. No, hun. 50,000 subscribers don't make you God. You got me fucked up. Okay. It don't matter how many subscribers you have. A person has the right to defend themselves and the lives of their fucking family. Yeah, all of a sudden they're God. I'm God. Like, really? Like, that's just, I couldn't imagine being a person that's crazy to where because I got subscribers and views, I'm now all of a sudden I'm God. That's just so weird to me. But it's perverted. That's just like that live that she did when Tiffany was murdered. She was telling me that she wanted to have sex with my son. I would never go if it's a man that I'm interested in, I'm not gonna go to his mama and say some shit like that. Like, oh my God. It's bizarre, y'all. And I gotta go. Speaking of which, I gotta go. I'll see y'all later. Yeah, it needs to stop. And if you make a decision to not stop what you're doing, then you'll see what the fuck will happen to you. Because nobody, everybody, like in the beginning when all of this started, I was denied the privacy that I have a right to. Like it was like my privacy, my family's privacy was totally being violated, and that's a problem. That's a serious problem. And anybody that is a vlogger, you should understand firsthand that as a vlogger out here, we all deserve our privacy. So basically, a lot of us have celebrity problems, but we don't really have the celebrity money, which is fucked up. But ain't nothing good gonna come of these people doing the shit that they do. If I were a celebrity and I didn't live in a castle with a moat and knights and stuff, which is what I would want if I was a celebrity. That's what I spend my money on. Uh I wouldn't want people to know where I live. You know what I'm saying? That's just, you see what I'm saying? Like, because people are cray cray. So, anyway, yeah, it's one of those things. And I'm just a little old witch from the Midwest. I'm a little old shamanic witch from the Midwest. I don't want nothing to do with all that celebrity stuff. I can become famous for my spells and I can become famous for the spiritual work that I do, but don't, don't fuck with me. I don't like all that craziness. Mm-mm. I don't like that. I feel like I'm worthy of the simple life that I like. I don't want stalkers and people running around here acting cray cray. I don't like none of that. I don't like any of that. So, yeah, she was horrible. Describing the intensity of the attack, like we all knew it was intense. For somebody, we all knew what it was, and she's like trying to use it as almost like entertainment. And this is somebody that I know personally. And she was just describing, and some people will say, well, it was because she was reading it. No, she was being extra. She was being extra and she was exploiting her straight up and down, like what she's been doing for years. And I wouldn't believe none of her readings about me. Like maybe some of her other readings, maybe, but she's just a fucking liar when it and she's not very ethical either at all. You know what I'm saying? And I don't trust any of it. I don't like her. I think that she is just because she may have spiritual gifts, but I personally feel like somebody like her, like I said the last time, should be in an asylum away from other people because somebody like her is very corrupt and very hurtful, very harmful. And it would be different if she was reading from a perspective of experiencing it and doing a genuine reading, right? But from what I could pick up on when she was doing the Tiffany reading, her intention was to hurt people with the reading. That was her intention, was to make people hurt because of it to make it worse. It wasn't to heal nobody. It wasn't something that just happened spontaneously. And then also she knew all of, because Kat had already revealed everything about what had happened to Tiffany. So it's not like she didn't know. She just did that to hurt people, is what she did. And somebody that behaves that unethically to me does not deserve any honor or dignity, and she deserves disgrace, especially attacking children. And then trying to say, oh, well, well, that kid's gonna end up messed up anyway. I will, girl. See, I'm a child of Shiva. I'm sorry, Zeus. I was born on a goddamn Thursday. So when I hit people with the blink, they want to fucking play victim and lie. Well, quit fucking with people then. And then even people that don't have advanced knowledge of the craft or sorcery that are doing this little annoying ass shit, dream magic, even though that shit ain't really that powerful and people know how to figure it out, it's the little things that are fucking annoying. Like that you, like I felt like I've had to go through every little thing to not be fucking annoyed at all. Who the fuck wants to be annoyed? Yeah, man, that was very hurtful. The whole thing was very hurtful. What happened to Tiffany? It was very hurtful in a lot of ways. Okay. So anyway, y'all have a beautiful evening. Okay. And please believe that if you have had problems with your childhood, your parents, you don't have to be fucked up like Alexis. One day everything is good, then the next day up and down constantly. That's what she is. One day she's feeling good, the next day she's not. See, my experience in life and what my spiritual body does is that 99% of the time you good, and you may have some times where you have more good days than bad days, way more, so your energy is not supposed to just fluctuate like that every day. You're not, but I think that, and that's how my mother was, you know what I'm saying? And it was strange that my mother even got diagnosed with cancer. um it was really strange, you know but you're not supposed to be up and down like that every day. I don't, you anyway. Even if you run a spiritual business, goodness gracious. Okay, y'all have a good evening. Yeah, and we do offer protection though, astral protection, but we're gonna start adding your dreamscape protection because that's a different realm. It is. You don't necessarily travel to the astral when you dream. That's a totally different thing. And these people showing up in your dreamscape, no, they can't. Get the hell on. Mm-mm. Oh, yeah, I had a little bit of wine on New Year's Eve. I'm not even gonna lie. I haven't had any since though. I'm trying not to drink too much. I already drink enough coffee. So, And then plus when I'm dealing with stuff like if I'm gonna drink something, I'm not gonna drink when I'm stressed out. That's because that creates a codependency because I already been through that back in 2018. Um, I like to drink when I'm celebrating, like if I'm having company over and we want to make like some salty dogs or some pink panties or some margaritas or something. I like to drink when things are going well. And, things are going well, but it's just these people in social media. And, it's like I said, my spirits are getting ready to cut. The thing of it is that is that I've had a struggle with cutting these people off because they constantly try to reattach. How is their main way of reattaching? Coming to social media and saying my name. That's how you can tell that they're trying to reattach somehow. And I don't want to be attached to you. I don't want any of it. No, no, thank you. And they be like, well, you ain't got no friends. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I don't need you as a friend. No, thank you. Don't even want their friendship. So, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make it seem like their sector is life. Like, oh, if we're not cool with you, you don't have nobody. Like, are you fucking, like, is that even real? Are they for real? Like, yeah, no. Far as I'm concerned, they can all walk the fuck away for good, and I ain't got to be connected to them in any goddamn lifetime, and never have. They're not my soul family or nothing like that. No, they're not. No, they are not. No. Okay. All right. Y'all have a good evening, though. All right. Blessings to y'all. Bye bye.